This is so typical that this would happen right now. Just as we were finishing the roof, I injured myself and I've had my feet up ever since.
Good morning. So the very first thing that we need to do today is behind me right here, set up staging. So we are going to be doing the roof today. And in order to do that, we need to get 36 feet up in the air. So staging is the only way to do it. We're just going to go after it.
Let's get that one to the side. You want me now? You just do that. So now I got a bigger platform to walk on.
Nice.
Just hold that there for a minute. Yeah, I got some here. You guys just slide them in under the feet. There you go. Yeah.
So we came up with a pretty good idea. Rather than lugging all the trusses up over with the scaffolding, we can actually just fit them through the future windows. It makes it way easier and safer. So that's what Todd's doing right now. So we just finished setting up the main scaffolding that's gonna help us do all of the exterior. It is so lucky we bought that second scaffolding for the dome. You might remember when we insulated and did all of that last summer. Without this, we would never be able to do the interior. I think we're all a little shocked at just how high the ceilings are gonna be. It's wild. So we're just gonna load up that scaffolding and get that set up upstairs.
All comes out.
Perfect.
More hands make light work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Somebody hit the door. Oh, I did.
I think it's moving, but I don't know. So it turns out roofing is a lot of setup. We have been setting up for probably, I'd say maybe 3 hours already, but it's important. This is a very important step to make sure everyone is safe. We all have secure footing. Once we start putting the trusses up, we need to make sure that everyone has like a good firm handle on it. So we are gonna go set this up on the upstairs living room.
Like I'll go up there.
If not, we can
Go right in here.
stand here and
Fire up. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it up there and we can pass it through the window.
We are making huge progress this morning. Todd is still over helping the guys get all of the trusses and everything in place, but it's lunchtime soon, so I thought I'd whip up everyone. Hey everyone. Hey. Aw, they all miss us so much. Aw, it is a complete bomb in here, look at it. Hey buddy, Dads haven't had time to clean? No? Dads are busy building a new home. Hey, buddy. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, I wanna make sure that every day we're feeding everyone, getting everyone lots of good nutrients so they can continue on helping us with the build and everyone's productive. So I'm gonna whip us up a quick chili, I think. It's pretty hearty and will make for a productive afternoon. So I'm gonna get this on the wood stove, so in an hour or two, it's ready.
We're running on a silent night, running out of time to say the way I feel like I get this right.
Dad's gotta go to work. Bye, buddy. You be a good boy. You have a nap when Dad's gone to work? All right, buddy. And just like that, we've got chili going. I put some wood in the fire, so it really heats it up. It's a cast iron pot too, so that'll really do the trick. Guys are still up on the roof, getting it done. Wow. How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
we're planning this tiny home village he's just gonna do. He's gonna be a developer and a builder.
Oh yeah.
Michael thinks we should build again.
Yeah. It is Todd's dream to build a little tiny home community. 2026?
Once we get this one done, we'll be able to.
We'll get right on that. Lunch is on, by the way. No, it'll take about an hour to cook. Yeah.
Look at the roof line though.
Wow.
So, I mean, I have the drywall, but that's the height we've got.
That's how you ceiling.
That's gonna be a big Christmas tree.
14, almost 15 foot wall.
I think right here, a big tree so that you can see it through all the windows. See it from over there.
Yeah, big mural.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk Tyler into a living wall up there.
You need a plate finish too. That's just, yeah, but I want to get
I'm gonna be broke.
Keep running out of now and then it feels we're running on a satellite, running out of time to say the way I feel like I could lose my mind, but we all seem satisfied.
All right, so what they are doing now is they are building a wall on top of the upper container, and that's what the trusses are gonna sit on. So we've got the first one in here just to kind of see how it's gonna look, and you can start to see like how tall the ceiling is in here. So they will go all the way up there and rest on that wall, and then it'll slope back down to the other side of the container. But it's pretty cool to see this all coming together. It took so long to get to this point with all the coordinating and all the work that was done down in the workshop, but it's really exciting that just a couple of short days and like it's almost all together. Then, I mean, we still have to do the inside and there's still a lot of work to go, but definitely exciting and a huge win and a huge sense of accomplishment, so very happy. Things are progressing so well over at the house, but I slipped away for a little bit because I have an appointment with my therapist, which is really cool that I get to do it from the comfort of our own dome, and it's all thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Pride Counseling. You've heard us talk for years about just how important mental health is to us, and we've been using BetterHelp for a long time. However, now they have a division called Pride Counseling, which assesses your needs and matches you with a professional licensed therapist who's LGBTQ+ friendly. What's great about Pride Counseling is that no matter how busy your life is, you're able to communicate with your therapist in a way that's convenient for you. So you can chat with them, you can text with them, you can give phone calls, or even do video calls. For me, I prefer to do the video calls because I find I'm able to get more out of my session by seeing my therapist's body language as well as them seeing mine and just picking up on those subtle cues or really helping me push past the walls that I've put up to really get the most out of my experience. Pride Counseling wants you to have the best experience possible. So that means if you're not jiving with your therapist, you're able to change to a new one at any time for no additional cost. If you want to find out how Pride Counseling can help you on your mental health journey, make sure you use the link in our description box down below or head over to pridecounseling.com/Tyler and Todd, because using that link you're going to save 10% off your first month. But for now, I'm going to settle in and get ready for my session, and we'll pick up with you over at the house.
Almost melted my fingers. It's ready whenever you guys are.
This looks delicious.
Are we going up over the top or are we going through the window?
Going in through here.
All right, so what we are doing now is lifting each one of these trusses one by one onto the top of the containers.
Do you want to, let's line them up on here.
Sure.
So that way it's easier. I don't have to go up and down. We can have them all there and then I can just lift them up when they're ready. Look at us, thinking.
I got it.
No roof on shipping containers.
I got it. You're good?
We are cruising with this. Todd had the idea to lift them up all off the ground and then put them on the scaffolding. So I lift them up to Todd. They get sent through to Michael and Corey, put up on the roof, and it's that easy. What do you think?
It's pretty cool to see the roof going on.
Yeah. So fast as well. Very exciting. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
So if you were wondering why we're going with this type of a roof rather than a traditional roof, it's because the span of this space was so wide and we didn't want to have any beams. We wanted it to be just a completely open concept room. In order to accomplish that, we had to go with engineered trusses. So all of these trusses were pre-built off-site and then brought in, delivered, and then the roof goes up like that. So very happy we made this decision, and yeah, we've been waiting a long time for this project, but now that we're going, it's gonna go together very fast. The last roof truss is about to go in.
Now that we have all the trusses up on the roof, it's time to close it in. So for that, we're using plywood. Rather than lifting each piece of plywood up by hand, we're gonna try and use the lift that we have and lay them on it and use the controls from the ground to lift it up to the roof just because of how high it is. So I'm on my way to get the lift and drive it down.
Now that we have the roof on, we are lifting up plywood. So we are gonna be sheathing the entire roof in 3/4 inch plywood, pressure treated. So we were hoping that we would be able to sheathe in the roof today, but you can hear the wind howling in the trees. We just tried lifting up a 4x8 piece of plywood. It's like a sail. Like it's so not safe. So we're gonna call this a win for today. I'm really, really happy with it. It's just so beautiful.
It's been a little while since we picked up the camera, and just as we were finishing the roof, I injured myself and I've had my feet up ever since. This is so typical that this would happen right now.
It really is.
Like, of course this is our luck. So what happened was we were kind of like cleaning up after the end of the day and the scaffolding fell apart and it landed on my foot. Even though I was wearing steel-toed work boots, it turns out that there's a Met guard, M-E-T guard, that you can put onto your boot or get some that have it built in, and that sort of protects the top of your foot where it fell. So luckily I didn't break anything. It's just a really painful sprain.
It looks really rough.
Yeah.
This is Todd's current setup. He's can't do anything except just like rest.
Although I'm getting pretty good at giving directions.
Oh, listen, if you only knew. Hold on, can we just have a moment? I've been soaking little seed pods. We're doing gardening right now, by the way. Like
We're
it's
about
just
to plant our seed babies.
Yeah, so this is what he's been dealing with. I won't touch it because I know it's like really sensitive, but
yeah.
He's all bandaged up, and because the build, like, we're not just doing this on our own. The arrangement that we have with them is like we're helping as much as we can by like cleaning up the site, moving materials, doing everything like that to keep the crew small and the costs low. So we've just been taking a little bit of a break for the last week. So
that's my bad.
Yeah. It's kind of nice, to be honest. Like,
yeah, well, I mean,
it's been a busy few weeks.
Yeah, and we're getting to the seeds. So it's so close to spring that it's hard to believe we should like start thinking about that with everything going on with the house. It's kind of like hard to believe we have to shift gears a little bit, but it's going to be worth it because of all the food it'll produce.
Do you want to show them what's in that pot?
Oh, okay, so these are our little peat pods for our little like greenhouse trays. So they're soaked because they start out with little discs being like this big and then they turn into this once they're soaked. And then Charlie's holding our little plant tags. Thanks, big guy.
Too cute.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I got my little book of seeds.
Oh, I'm very excited about this. So I used to collect Pokemon cards, okay? And this gives the exact feeling of Pokemon cards, but it's way more satisfying because we're gonna be able to grow hundreds of plants from each one of these Pokemon cards.
So it's broken into annuals, perennials, and then vegetables. So for right now, we're gonna focus on our veggies. Although I might slip in a few little flowers because it can't be all work. We gotta have some play.
Yeah. All right. You want to get doing this?
I do.
We're just gonna spend the night having a few glasses of wine and watching TV and doing this.
It's a slippery slope though, because a few glasses usually turns into a few bottles, but the bottles are glass.
So it is several hours later, and we did as much planting as we could, but we got lazy.
Yeah.
And kind of gave up.
It's been a busy little bit, and yeah, I mean, maybe we would have had more energy to do a little bit more if we hadn't have done it in bed. You know, like who plants their seeds in bed? But that's what we did, and then we got sleepy, so here we are.
Oh my. You know what? I think we're just gonna watch some TV and go to bed.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I'm ready to get some sleep.
Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna do that.
And we'll see you when you see you.
Yeah.
So it's been a couple days since we picked you up, and I have to say I'm feeling a lot better. That's thanks to the best nurse I could have ever had.
Yeah,
So
I've been running around a lot, you guys.
yeah, exactly. And he's been heating up the hot tub and sauna. So
It's almost ready, by the way, if you want to go out.
yeah, I think we're gonna go out there. Yeah, it really has been helping with my foot, which is the whole reason we did the hot tub and sauna, was like a place to relax and, you know, take some of the stress off our bodies.
The
So
cold plunge, too, makes a big difference.
oh, I don't think I'm getting in the cold plunge today. Are you ready to go? All right, let's go out.
Easy does it, 30.
I always thought better or worse was going to be later.
Sit on the stool. Slow and steady.
When's the race? Oh wow, this is nice. Oh, this is so perfect.
The little foot ledge comes in handy, eh?
It does. It's also warmer up there because it's shallow and above the firebox, so it's like feels really good on the feet.
We're hoping that this is the end of the injuries for us both, but
Yeah, we're even
Yeah.
because I had to do this when you fell in the trench.
True.
So now we're even. No more injuries.
yeah. All right, well, we're just gonna float around and relax, continue recovering, and we'll see you Sunday.
Stay safe.